Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Post to Post Podcast. With me, as always, is Chris Ronan. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, brother? How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm loving this weekend so far with the IHF World Juniors.
Finally got some hockey to watch. It's good, isn't it?
It feels
It's a beautiful thing.
so good. My soul feels replenished after watching a few games. So let's jump right into it, I guess. There's 3 games last night, a few games tonight that we're watching currently live. So, never know. Through this podcast, we might be screaming at the laptop. We might be screaming, yeah, you never know. But let's see. What games were you watching last night?
I actually watched all of the first 2 games, and sadly I fell asleep before the USA-Russia game ended. I probably watched the whole first period, though. But yeah, the Slovakia-Switzerland one was really nice to watch. A 1-0 final in that game.
I loved it. I loved Simone Latkoczy. The name is just I said it right. Yeah,
it's nuts.
Latkoczy.
Latkoczy. I don't know.
I loved watching him. He's a little small goalie, but he plays big, which is what I've realized after watching him for a bit. He's only 5'10", but in my notes say he plays like he's 6'5". Just small guy, but makes sure he takes up enough space to really get the shooters to get it right out of his chest. So other than playing incredible, he's also very flexible. He's very flexible for a small goalie. I've seen him do a lot of split saves, which is you don't see that much with small goalies. Sometimes you don't think so?
Do you see what I'm seeing, dude? Canada 15-1 against Germany right now. My goodness, dude. My goodness. Oh my God. There's still 13 minutes left in the third period right now.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
No, that's fine.
Wild.
They scored twice in less than a minute.
Yeah.
And I was like, you were upstairs. And I was like, I can't believe it.
This is brutal,
Is Jonas Gare still in net?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, they only have 2 goalies, and they pulled the last one maybe after 6 or 7. Oh, I think it was after 5. So these dudes let in 10.
God. And the worst part is, I have some good notes for Team Germany, especially the goalies, but
they're pissed, too. That's the captain.
Oh, God.
Just foot on the gas. Canada's fucking stepping on their throats.
Oh, God.
15 goals on 33 shots for Canada. That's insane.
We just talked about that. Before then, we're talking, they scored half their shots.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Isn't that insane? Oh, my God.
Terrible.
Yeah, so be prepared for updates like that because we got the game on right now.
We might not say too much more about this game. Maybe we'll just give you the final goal tally.
Germany for the comeback, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's brutal. What do you do as a coach?
Dude, the captain looks like he's more pissed than the coaches. The coach can't really do anything at this point. They're outclassed.
I don't know. Just figure things out. Try to not let them in. Oh my God! I gotta stop watching this.
Yeah, right.
I'm looking over there watching this. That's brutal. Next game.
We got 1-0. Slovakia beat Switzerland. They had 32 shots on goal to Switzerland's 28. If you ask me, I think Switzerland just had too many penalties. They spent most of their time killing this game. They just need to be more disciplined. And, I mean, one note that I have about the World Juniors in general, all these European teams, they just pass like crazy, man. They play it like a soccer match.
That's insane.
They work that puck around way more than the NHL.
And you were talking about how they're slapping the stick. We don't see that much in the NHL, but a lot of the guys are slapping the stick on the ice saying, hey, pass it to me, get it going. You don't see it much, so it's kind of funny. It wouldn't say funny, but kind of weird from our perspective from the NHL, seeing those Euro guys doing something totally different from what we're used to seeing.
Yeah, and I mean in the NHL, it's literally frowned upon. If you slap your stick and you're one of the, your first, second, third year in the show, the guys will be like, buddy,
I'm not.
Don't ever fucking do that to me again.
So the Swiss goalie that we're talking about is Thibaut Faton. Faton? Is that what I want to say? Anyway, and then we're talking about again Slovakia goalie Simone Latkoczy. Great game for both of them. I mean, Slovakia won 1-0.
It was a very fun game to watch, too.
That was one of the better games to watch for me. And so I don't know not much really to say about that. I can't wait for the next game. Again, both goalies really good. It was just a great game to watch. I know it was 1-0, but it was one of those games where you didn't need goals to get entertained by watching them.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what I think happens when you pass like crazy. You play it like a soccer match. You get a 1-0 game like a soccer match, you know?
Exactly.
How about that Latkoczy glove save, though? That was sick, right?
Oh, my God.
Unreal.
He came across. He was down and out.
Yeah,
especially
strong
for
push.
a small goalie. He came across, gloved it. Beautiful. I saw him. I follow him on Instagram, and like it must have been like right after the game. He's like, "All right, TSN, I know you got this up there," and just like reposted it. I'm like, it's such a goalie move to do.
Dude.
Be like,
Legend.
I know I made that sick save.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We got Germany versus Finland that happened last night, right after Switzerland. Right after Switzerland and Slovakia. Finland wins it 5-3. A lot of goals, but what was your take on it?
Just lackluster defense by Germany. Finland really had them hammered in their zone. 50 shots to their 22. Did you see that end-to-end play by Lambert? He comes all the way down the ice. He burns like 4 German players and then gets in there. And I think the goalie was Arno Tiefensee. Is that how you say it? Tiefensee. He really just stayed with the puck, tracked it well. Nice glove save.
Yeah, if you pay attention, he's on the bench somewhere in that game.
Yeah,
just pulled.
I don't know. I mean, it's crazy looking at this and seeing Canada 15 to Germany's 1 and Finland's 5-3. Like, I kind of thought, oh my god, I kind of thought Finland would give Germany a run for their money in this division because the way they have the group set up, Group A, just so we have this too,
right,
is Canada, Finland, Switzerland, Slovakia, and Germany. So out of that grouping, Canada and Finland are really the only 2 strong competitors. And then in Group B, we have Russia, Sweden, USA, Czech Republic, and Austria. They broke these divisions up really well because in that group, I'd say it's really Russia and the U.S.
Right.
And we'll be getting into that game later on. But Germany 5-3 against Finland. That's a really good showing.
It's a really good show.
And now they have this. And now imagine when Canada plays Finland, what's going to happen?
Oh my god, that's going to be insane.
There's Stützle breaking his stick. I like that guy, Stützle. He's played really well against Finland.
We're going to talk about his hockey stick there, the taping that he has on his blade.
Yeah, that was funky, huh?
That was
not something you see every day.
No.
So basically, like what? The whole bottom and top of his blade has no tape.
No,
just the toe and then the center.
Yeah, it's just the toe, and then he's got like right in the center, just like a little slab on there, for the puck. And kind of weird to see. I think I liked the most I liked about that was a little close up of the skates that they have there. I still love the flags they have on their skates.
Yeah, he was rocking
I think
those.
It looks so sick. But anyway, before the game, Germany and Finland, we talked about who's going to win. You had Finland. I had Germany.
Oh, this game, yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I going back, I had Switzerland over Slovakia, too, and that was a close one. But I did have Finland in this game, yep.
And I thought Germany would, pull something out, but they just looked so bad. I know it was 5-3 versus Finland, but Finland that entire game did not let up with Germany.
They were all over him.
They were all over him. And speaking about Arno Tiefensee, I have notes on here that says, where is he? 50 shots with 45 saves. That's huge. He had a rough start in that game, which caused such a high goals for Finland. Sorry.
Yeah, a couple softies, right?
Yeah, a couple softies that he shouldn't have let in. I still think he came into that game not mentally prepared that Finland was just going to come light him up. But with that said, he played really well. And so after that game, I took down a note that says, if he came into the next game mentally prepared, and came in warmed up, ready for this game, especially against Canada, maybe he can help out. Nope. He got pulled almost
goals.
instantaneously off this game. So just don't pay attention to my notes because obviously I was wrong.
It was a good mindset. I think Finland really exposed Germany's defense. I felt that there was just a lackluster effort, and I mean you're seeing it here. Canada's just blowing them out because I think Tiefensee got pulled after 5 goals. And then by halfway through the second, it was 7-1, and now Canada's 9 minutes left. They're up 16-1. So,
right.
I mean, It is what it is.
It is. It's just what it is, and especially in this game. Especially in this game, the Canadian goalie Devin Levy. How many shots how many shots has he faced? Sorry.
11 for Germany's shot. 11 shots, so they're 1 for 11. Canada's 16 for 36 now.
That is insane to me. That is insane.
Well, I'm sorry. That is You said you wanted Germany's shots?
Yeah, well, Germany and Canada, what's their shots?
Yeah. But so half of that's against the other guy, too, Tiefensee,
Because in this game, we're mixing everyone up with what we're talking about.
We're bouncing around.
I keep looking over to that.
It's nice having live hockey, though. I mean, this is great.
It's gorgeous. It's what we love. So another thing I wanted to add to that game, the 5-3 Finland win, is that Kari Pirinen let in 3. He didn't face much shots or like anything in that game, really.
That's the Finnish goalie.
Germany like had a rough time like really getting chances and having shots. He only faced 22 shots and let in 3, but I still, I that's something that you say and be like, oh yeah, it's just whatever. But in this level, especially like World Juniors, you're at that age where like NHL contracts are coming your way, depending on how well you play, what team's looking at you for. So at this level, a lot of the goalies, especially me, when I was watching it, said, "Oh, he's just cold. Like, cold goalie. Maybe it just lets in a few that are stupid." But at this level, cold is just a very poor excuse. You can take no shots for 2 periods and then start like getting a few shots in third, but you have to be dialed in and ready in that third period to stop those shots, and he didn't do it. There was a couple, one that I saw that was just like he was in the RVH and it just went like right under like his blocker, and I'm like, it's just very soft. Should have been more solid, but like again, we move on. It's the game happened. They won. We move on. But so the next game was the one I know I was waiting for. I don't know if you were waiting for. It was Russia versus USA. You watched that entirely?
No, I watched the first period. It was a really good battle, though. I mean, there's no love lost between these two teams still. Like, years later after the Cold War, they just show up and I mean, they just hate each other. I could see it on the ice,
I love it.
It's good. It makes for a good game.
The first actual night, and we got USA versus Russia. I couldn't wait for this game. We got goalie for the USA, which was Spencer Knight, and goalie for Russia, Yaroslav Askarov. Askarov, that entire game was fun as hell to watch.
Yeah, he's got to be the best goalie in this. I think they're the 2 best goalies in the tournament, but I think Askarov's number 1 by quite a bit.
For sure. The only problem with Askarov, as I was talking to you earlier, was he's just a rebound machine. I stole that from the announcers they had last night, but they're right. Like he'll stop the puck, but like he has a hard time gobbling it up, and it just comes right out.
And I think USA just couldn't capitalize on that. There were a lot of missed open nets that they just hit the side of the net. They shot it wide,
just over the net. So for Askarov, I mean, if he gets more dialed in, is able to gobble that puck up, I mean, for sure, number 1 goalie.
Yeah.
So I took a bunch of notes here, but it's mainly, I guess, plays to plays, but I did want to break some things down. Spencer Knight had I wouldn't say very rough night, but he had a rough start to this game, I guess.
Yeah, I think this is another one where they had a few softies. USA put up 26 shots and Russia put up 24, just so we have those numbers too.
Yeah. We talked about earlier how there was no trapezoid for the World Juniors, and some goalies are very comfortable going out and playing it, and some goalies are just having a rough time. Spencer Knight was one of those goalies that had a rough time, and Askarov was just a god when it came to him playing the puck.
It seems like one of those things where they just showed a clip of the Edmonton Oilers' door was closing on Canada as they were walking out for the game. That's hilarious. Jesus, where were we going? Wow.
You gotta stop.
We gotta turn this off.
We gotta turn this off.
Okay. So it seems like those European teams, a lot of them want to utilize the goalie playing the puck like a soccer goalie. You pass it back to him, let him break it out for you. And Askarov was comfortable and fresh doing it. And some of these goalies, like I think Germany let up 2 goals from behind their own net. The goalie went back to play it, slipped up. Canada picked it up and potted him. But U.S. Spencer Knight had a couple fumbles too, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Spencer Knight. I talked about him being like the talk. I mean, especially for USA, Spencer Knight, BC kid, great goalie. I mean, it just might have been just a rough start. We'll see coming tonight, right? Tonight he's playing.
Yeah, he should go up. Oh, while we're there, who do you have taking USA versus Austria?
I got USA.
What do you got for a score? Since I think we're both taking USA. What do you think the score's going to be?
It's not going to be like this game.
No,
I'll tell you that much.
It could be.
But
has Austria played yet? I don't think so. I think this is their first game.
The first legit game.
No, yeah. They played exhibition matches. I bet.
Exhibition matches, yeah.
Yeah, this is their first real game. What do you think?
I'll still say USA is going to take it, and it might be a lot to a little, but I'll give it like 5-1 or something like that, like that kind of scoring.
I was going to go 6-2, 6-3.
Yeah.
I'll probably go 6-2.
So we're both in that little category. But anyway, let's get back to last night. last night again. Spencer Knight, rough game. He eventually got pulled. Dustin Wolf came in, and we got to see those beautiful CCM access pads in action. Spencer Knight, definitely not used to playing the puck. The goal that he caused, the goal that I should say he let up, was the cause of him going out to play the puck toward the boards. He threw it up, and it was Elias Safonov. He just pretty much picked it up and threw it right into the empty net.
Yeah. Gave it to him.
And that was the end of the night. But Dustin Wolf looked really good to back him up. I mean, what was that? It was 4-2 at that point that he got, and then Dustin Wolf came in and
4-1, I think.
he shut the door after that. I gotta say, we're not gonna talk about goalies. We're gonna talk about number 5, Jackson Lacombe, from USA. You didn't watch much of that game, but like he screened Spencer Knight on one of the goals. He was doing like these just back passes that did not work, just letting up the puck. He was definitely like the worst player on USA. Anytime he had the puck or anything like something bad happened that game, you saw number 5, Jackson Lacombe, on the ice
yeah.
or he was part of it. And I was like, get this guy off the ice. I like not screaming at the TV, but I was like, holy shit, like why the fuck is he on this team?
Could be an offensive defenseman. That's becoming more and more common in the NHL. So they groom a lot of those. So those type of defensemen are very exposed when they're in their own defensive zone, especially in the NHL. And now you look at a kid that's maybe 16, 17, 18 years old, it's just going to be even more highlighted,
Yeah, for sure. So with that said, we got plenty of games going on tonight that we'll talk about next week.
No, this is going to be all that we have on the World Juniors because today is Saturday the 26th. The World Juniors will be ending on Tuesday, January 5th, and that's when we'll be releasing next week's episode. So I don't think it's really, by the time we drop the episode, there's going to be the results and everything. We'll probably talk about it the following week and just recap, hey, this is who medaled where, and how it went.
Yep.
One game that we didn't cover that was on earlier today, Sweden beat the Czech Republic 7-1. I didn't expect that. I kind of expected Czech to pull that one off. Sweden had 41 shots to Czech Republic's 25. Alnefelt looked pretty good. And the Czech Republic, Malik, just got roasted. It was 2-1 halfway through the second, so that tells you that.
Yeah,
lots of passing in that.
We were shocked by this score, and then Germany versus Canada. Right, that was next.
One thing I'm seeing with these Euros too is I forget what game it was. I think it was U.S.-Russia, guys, in on a breakaway from Russia. He feels that defensive pressure on his back. I saw it in Sweden, too. The second that these Euros feel that, they're shooting. They're letting it go, and the goalie's not prepared for it because most guys in the U.S. in Canada, will fight that defenseman off and bring that puck in closer to get a move. Right. These guys are ready to rip it.
They're just ready to go. And
that fifth goal through the legs, too. Soderblom?
Yep.
That was nasty. Sweden put one up that way.
We'll try to get a clip of that for everyone to see. That was sick. It was in tight. That play was in tight, and he was still able.
He could have got buried doing it.
Lift it up. He could have been, but again, like what you said, the guys are just trying to get it on net, trying to score, and they're definitely doing it.
And I think the Swedes. I mean, the shot total doesn't really show, but I think Czech couldn't really set up in their zone because Sweden was in their zone in all these highlights. And Czech still got 25 shots off, but I think they were all on the rush and then just break it back out and set back up in their own zone. That's all I really have on that game, though.
And, again, we're watching live the Germany versus Canada game, and that's just
done.
That's a blowout. I don't even know what to say about this game.
I know. It's crazy. It's nuts.
It's what are the shots right now for
41-11?
Oh,
so
God,
it's getting better. Way to go, Germany!
Yeah, good job, Germany. We're
How about that commercial?
Defense.
Did you see that USA Hockey commercial?
Oh my God, I tried to find it and send it to you right away after I watched it.
It was so good. They played it so many times too. There's no way. If you watch these games, you saw it. It's hilarious.
There's a commercial for Team USA. Oh, sorry, USA Hockey. And it's just a game ad, and it starts off a little kid in school, and the dad is banging on the glass window in school. He's like, "Hey, you got this, you can do this," and then the whole thing is it switches to him, the dad, at a hockey rink banging on the glass. He goes,
before they transition to that, it says you wouldn't do it here, when he's outside the classroom.
Yeah, you wouldn't do it here, so don't do it here.
Yeah, relax. It's just a game.
And I love that right away. So years ago, there was what did we talk?
You were coaching mites, right?
Coaching mites.
For what town, Quincy?
It was Quincy, yeah. I did it for like 2 years or so, but the parents, I gotta tell you, the parents.
It's a nightmare, dude. That's the worst part of the job.
Nightmare.
Worst part of the job.
And I didn't know about that. I was the assistant coach, and
it's any sport too. Like hockey, I think is really one of the worst, but it's any sport, man. My kid's not getting enough playing time. My kid's gonna go to the fucking show. I'm the man. My kid's awesome.
I couldn't believe it. It's just a bunch of little kids, just like playing hockey with their friends, having a good time. And the coach that I can't remember his name for the life of me, but he was like, there were so many times where we'd be after the game or practice or whatever, he would force me to be outside the locker rooms and just keep the parents away.
Nuts.
Because the parents want to come in and like put in their 2 cents. He goes, no, I'm the coach. I'm talking to your kids about what we should work on, like who did good, and the parents just want to be in it. After I saw this commercial, I remember on. I wouldn't say a handful, like several occasions where like there'd be like a Saturday afternoon game or whatever, just like all the kids having fun, and parents would like walk up to the bench, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Just sit down, sit down in the crowd, watch your kid playing a game. Like, why are you complaining about your little kid like sitting down for like 2 minutes or whatever? Just
let him get the experience,
Exactly." And so watching this, I'm so glad they put this out because hockey parents need to watch this and realize what they're doing is wrong. They need to sit down, relax, watch their kid play. Maybe as an adult after the game out in the parking lot, maybe sit talk to the coach, but don't ever bang on the glass or come up to the bench or try to force yourselves in the locker room. It's just wrong, and that's why I love so much about this commercial, where it really put a dagger in the parents that are like that.
And I think a large part of being a kid playing sports is slowly starting to understand that the better I play, the more I work, the harder I practice, the more time I get to play on the ice.
Right.
It's not. Everybody should get their fair share when you're growing up and the kids are young, and winning and losing doesn't really matter as much as it matters to the coaches and the parents. But to the kids, they're just out there to have fun. They don't remember if they won that game when they were 8. So
all their friends are there. It's after school. It's on a Saturday when they want to be with their friends playing hockey. That's all they care about.
Yep, for sure.
I can see at some levels. I feel like the high school parents are. I don't know. Would you think they're as bad?
It can be bad at any level.
It can be bad. I've walked into rinks that my men's league was following a high school game, and some of the parents, man, are just they're screaming at their kids, same thing, and I'm like, I don't get how hockey's become this. You're right that every sport does it. But hockey, I think, especially hockey parents, it's bad and out of control, and it needs to be someone needs to tell them to calm down.
Yeah, yep, for sure.
I get that it's the competitive spirit, but I'm there's a way to do this, there's a way to handle this, and what you're doing is not right. So, what should we do now? It's you keep watching that game.
Yeah, man, it's fucking interesting.
What is it, 20-1 at this point?
It's a close game, dude. Germany's on a power play right now. Anything could happen.
They could do it. Come back. How much time we got left?
1 minute and 2 seconds.
Oh, okay. You can just shut it off now at this point.
Yeah.
All right.
So we got U.S. and Austria starting up at 9:30. We'll probably throw that on maybe at the end of the episode. I mean, we might be done by then, but we'll see. Mm-hmm. All right. What do we got next?
So, we want to slickly get into the Western Division that we want to talk about. We got the Western Division tonight. Next week, we're going to be talking about the Northern Division. But there's some changes of what we're talking about the past few weeks. You want to talk about them?
Yeah, so we've been calling one of so we've been going by basically what some fan made with Microsoft Paint. He did a really nice job with it, and the NHL really, I think, respected it and did almost the same thing. So we have the East Division. The Central Division is what they're calling what we've been calling the Southern Division. They have the West and they have the North. So the one correction that's different from what we've been working with is that St. Louis is going to the West and Dallas is going to the Central. So Dallas is kind of playing with Florida, Carolina. It's a little weird. So they're kind of getting porked in this, but someone had to out of those teams, and putting St. Louis in the other side, it kind of makes sense,
Yeah, right.
But that was really it. We've been bang on with everything, which has been nice. One thing we mentioned a couple episodes ago is Mackenzie Blackwood in the East has finally signed with the Devils.
re-signed with the Devils. What are we looking at here? We got a he's up there. He's got $8.4 million contract
Over 3 years.
Over 3 years for
Nice.
the Devils. Love seeing him. I posted this on our Instagram. I don't know if we posted this on.
Yes! Germany, 2 goals. Count it.
I posted this on my Instagram. I don't know if we posted this on our Twitter. But huge fan of Mackenzie Blackwood on the Instagram, which is what I handle. He's a John Elkins goalie. I used to go up to John Elkins goalie school too in Toronto, and was there for a few years, and I absolutely loved it. So following these goalies who do the same thing, I kind of feel like I'm in the same. Oh, it's kind of cringe now. I'm thinking about like the same family, I guess. But
Yeah,
like
you're like
same...
maybe 2 or 3 degrees of separation away from making it to the show. But
yeah, right. I got this. I got Bruins.
maybe you should text them and be like, hey, I went to John Elkins too.
Yeah. Hey, Bruins, look at this. I went to John Elkins back in like 2009, 2010.
Could be the e-bug.
Yeah, I got
Just
it.
got to get a Zamboni job.
But yeah, I love seeing it. Great goalie. I think he is now the starter for. He's the guy to go to now for New Jersey ever since. Who do they have after Brodeur? Was it Mackenzie Blackwood?
Yeah, Blackwood and they had Corey Schneider for a bit.
Corey Schneider. That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. It was Schneider, and then he was supposed to be the guy, and then he wasn't the guy.
Yeah, yep. He was kind of the man up in Vancouver when he was the number 2 to Luongo.
Yep.
I liked him there a lot.
And I think, I guess his time just passed, but we got Mackenzie Blackwood, whose time is definitely not passed. He's a really good tendy, so love watching him. Love seeing him get that contract that he's well-deserved. What should we do? Should we get started on the Minnesota Wild here for the Western Division?
Yeah, we got 4 goalies to look at in the Minnesota Wild's organization. You want me to rattle off the contracts first?
Yeah, run them off. Or should I just say the names?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So, NHL a lot of these teams I've been going on their team websites, and especially this week, like they've been like adding goalies that like weren't on there before. So I don't know what the update problem is with these teams in the roster, but anyway, we'll talk.
I think
about
they're
them.
trying to finalize and get their guys rostered for the season.
Yeah, maybe.
You know?
So we got Capo Kakkonen, Cam Talbot, Alex Stalock, who we found out is now out indefinitely with an upper body injury. Not really info from how he got it or when he got it, but he's out indefinitely. And then, so with Stalock out, the Wild signed Andrew Hammond to a 1-year, 2-way contract with $700,000. Hammond was playing for the AHL for Rochester Americans, which is the Buffalo Sabres farm team last season. The Hamburglar is in with Capo and Cam Talbot. What do
we got Hammond. He's at 32 years old. Like you said, 1 year, $700,000 contract. He's a UFA at the end of the season. I think he's going to be playing with Talbot, right? 33 years old, first year of a 3-year contract, $3.6 million. And then you got Kakkonen, however you say it, 24 years old, first year of a 2-year contract, $725,000. And Stalock injured, second year of a 3-year contract, $785,000. So 3 cheap goalies. You're paying Cam Talbot the money. I think Talbot's your starter, Hammond's your backup, right?
You think so?
I think so. With Stalock injured and with Kakkonen too young.
Injured.
Hammond used to be a stud.
Hammond used to the Hamburglar from Ottawa.
Yeah.
I used to love him. I don't know, like he was kind of in and out of the AHL, but hopefully he gets his shine.
I have him on a 1-year contract too, not a 2-year. That's what I saw online. Not sure though.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Wild.
1-year, 2-way contract.
Oh, 2-way. That's
2-way.
what I said. Yep.
All right, so next on the to-do list here is the Dallas Stars. No big change or add on their website. We got Big Ben Bishop, Antoine Hudobin, and Jake Ottinger from BU. Also, not on their roster, but on their website, they also signed goaltender Landon Bow to a 1-year, 2-way contract in late October. Landon Bow is with the Texas Stars, which is the Dallas Stars farm team since 2016. He's not currently on the team's website, but he did play 2 games with the Stars. What do we got?
So we got Bishop, 4th year of a 6-year contract for $4.9 million. He's obviously your guy. Anton Hudobin, 34 years old, first year of a 3-year contract that he just signed, $3.3 million. And Jake Ottinger, 22 years old, second year of a 3-year contract, and $925,000 for him.
That's not bad. Coming straight from college, Jake Ottinger.
Yeah, I love the punch that they have too with Bishop and Hudobin. Like you can't go wrong with Hudobin bringing them all the way to the Cup Finals.
Hudobin, I think he found a spot with the Stars. He was good in Boston. I mean, but he was the goalie that was kind of like going all around trying to find his place, and I think he found a spot with.
I think Dallas is very similar to Boston in a lot of ways. I think they're like a step behind us, but they play a very similar game.
Yeah,
and I think that's why he jives so well there.
That's probably it. So many highlights from him the past 2 seasons with Dallas.
And the other thing to consider here, these guys aren't in the West. They're going to be in the Central Division. So we're going over them today because we went over St. Louis last week. Okay. But they'll be playing, like I said, with the Florida teams and over that way.
Moving on to the Colorado Avalanche, you got Pavel Francouz, Philip Grubauer, and Hunter Miska. Hunter Miska was signed to Colorado in February as a free agent. He played 1 game in the NHL for the Arizona Coyotes. He's known for his open palm save for San Antonio Rampage when playing for the Colorado Eagles in AHL.
I didn't even know that was him. That's cool.
Yeah, that was around GGSU for a bit there, and that was him. So he's been around for a bit. Glad to see him. I got his new mask for the Colorado Avalanche up. Looking nice, looking tight.
Thing's awesome. I love the C logo that he has on the side of his helmet.
Right, it looks
sharp.
It looks very sharp. We're still trying to figure out what KM is on his back plate.
I'm sure it must be a loved one.
Yeah, it's got to be because he's also got was it Olaf from Olaf and?
Oh, maybe it's his daughter, where it's a Frozen thing. That'd be cool.
Oh, you think so?
Maybe.
I didn't even think about that
because it's like not like. I don't know. It's not like someone that passed away. I wouldn't think.
Oh yeah, that'd
be kind of cool.
That'd be cool. Anyway, what do we got for these beauties?
Pavel Francouz, 30 years old, first year of a 2-year contract for $2 million a year. Philip Grubauer, 29 years old, third year of a 3-year contract for $3.3 million, unrestricted at the end of the season. And Hunter Miska, first year of a 2-year contract, $725,000, 25 years old.
$725,000.
Yeah.
For Hunter Miska.
Yeah, pretty cheap.
Nice, good man.
Cheap.
Let's see. So moving on, we got the Arizona Coyotes with Aiden Hill, Darcy Kemper, and Antti Ranta.
Yeah, I say Antti Ranta.
3 great goalies, by the way.
I don't know much about Hill, but yeah, Kemper and Ranta are turning that club around.
Oh yeah, for sure. I loved Darcy in Minnesota.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
We have Aiden Hill, 24 years old, 1-year contract for $800,000, restricted end of this season. Darcy Kemper, 30 years old, first year of a 2-year contract for $4.5 million. And Antti Ranta, 31 years old, last year of a 3-year contract, $4.25 million. Then he's unrestricted.
Wow.
Maybe they move him mid-season. You think they let him walk? What do you think?
You never know. Depends on, I guess, how he plays.
Yeah.
Antti Ranta, I feel like you've heard his name a lot. So I don't know. I think it might be a thing where they try to figure out of this 3 who to pick.
I don't think after going through most of these teams, a lot of teams are looking for a backup.
No.
They're mostly looking for that stud, and I think they just need to develop them.
And like what we were talking about the past few weeks was just like they want that 1A, 1B.
Mm-hmm. A lot of older goalies in the league now too. I'm noticing like these guys are sticking around longer and keeping their spots, keeping their jobs.
Yeah, exactly. And we got one that we're going to talk about who's 40 years old that came back from retirement.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be talking about him in a bit. So let's move on to the Vegas Golden Knights. 4 goalies here. We got Oscar Dansk, Marc-Andre Fleury, Robin Leonard, and a kid called Logan Thompson, who I had to Google like crazy to figure out who the hell this kid is. So Logan Thompson was signed to a 2-year entry-level contract. He's 23 years old, 6'3", and a right-handed goalie.
While we're there, he's making $800,000 this year.
Insane. For just an undrafted goalie. Logan played for the South Carolina Stingrays for the ECHL last season, playing 32 games with a 2.25 GA and a .929 save percentage. Pretty good.
That's a lot of starts for the East, too.
Yeah.
And those are good numbers. So.
Looking good. So who do we got for these? You probably don't have anything for Logan. Oh, do you have Logan Thompson?
Yeah, I got him. 23 years old, first year of 2-year contract for $800,000.
Oh, that's right. We just talked about
Oscar Dansk, 26 years old, 1-year contract is up this season, $700,000, unrestricted. Marc-Andre Fleury, 36 years old, second year of a 3-year contract, $7 million. And Robin Leonard, 29 years old, first year of a 5-year contract for $5 million. So he re-signed at the end of this season, and he's sticking around.
That's awesome. That Marc-Andre Fleury Robin Leonard combo is going to be
lethal.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
Vegas is already lethal, so you have these two 1A, 1B. No, what am I trying to say? 1A, 2.
No, yeah, 1A, 1B. Why do you have so much trouble?
Why
with
do I
that?
keep messing that up? But yeah, like again, like two like number one goalies on their team.
For
Vegas
sure.
is going to be an absolute beast this next coming season.
Mm-hmm.
As for Anaheim Ducks, we got some additions, I guess, to their roster on their site. It was originally just John Gibson, but you have Anthony Stolarz and the 40-year-old goalie that I was talking about that came out of retirement, Ryan Miller.
9-month retirement, you said, right?
9-month retirement.
Ridiculous.
And then he came back. He's like, I've had it.
He was like, dude, 9 months ago was like right when COVID hit.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm retiring. And then he's like, well, this isn't going away. I guess I'm coming back.
He's got a tweet that I read. We'll put it down for you guys to see. It's something about him saying he's like 9 months of retirement and I couldn't do it thanks COVID or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so he signed.
That's funny.
But
he's like, there's nothing to do.
Yeah.
He's like super retired. Like when you're retired, you struggle to find things to do. But like with COVID, there's like nothing to do. And now he has all this money too. So it's like he just has nowhere to go with it. He's like, what do I invest in? What do I do?
Right,
You know?
Exactly. So Anaheim re-signed Miller to a 1-year contract, which took Miller out of his 9-month retirement. Miller is a 40-year-old and is the all-time leader amongst U.S.-born goalies with 387 wins and ranks second in shutouts with 44 and games played with 780. For Anthony Stolarz, has been in and out of the AHL, playing with the Flyers, then Edmonton, and now with the Ducks. Stolarz, I liked Stolarz when he was playing for Philly, and I can't remember what year it was. It was maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Do you remember him at all?
Yeah, I do.
Yep. So hopefully he still plays the same for Anaheim, because Ryan Miller's just going to get that 1 year. Anthony Stolarz has more years in the tank compared to Ryan Miller, so we'll see how that
Stolarz
goes.
is probably pissed. He's like, this guy.
This guy.
So Gibson's 27. He has an 8-year contract. He's on his second year, $6.4 million. He's making good money for falling off the radar for a bit. He was like stellar back in the day, and now he's kind of just eh.
Yeah.
Ryan Miller coming out of retirement, 40 years old, 1 year, $1 million, unrestricted end of this season. Basically just bumping Stolarz down like, hey, I actually want to come play.
Yeah.
And Stolarz is 26, second year of a 2-year contract, $750,000, and he's unrestricted at the end of this season as well. So we'll see. Maybe he's going to be pissed that Miller's coming back and walks on the Ducks at the end of the season, you know?
I don't know. We'll see. I was just showing you this post that he had on his Instagram here, his new Vaughns for the Anaheim Ducks. I love them. The new Vaughn, I wouldn't say new, but like the old style Vaughn Visions. It's Vaughn Visions, but I keep wanting to call it the Avalanche look, but it's not. But you don't like them. I love them.
No, not for me. I mean,
flat face.
He did the orange and the
Black
tan.
and white.
You see the tan at the top? He
Yeah.
did both colors for the Ducks. Ugh.
But put a Ducks jersey on that.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna look sick when it's all said and done.
I don't like them that much. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just. Ugh.
It is what it is. Moving on, we got the L.A. Kings. I think this is second to last team. So we got Jonathan Quick, Calvin Pedersen, Troy Grosnick, and Matt Villalta. So two new guys on here. Troy Grosnick was signed as a free agent in October. He played 2 games with the San Jose Sharks. He was 1-1 with a 1.52 GAA and a .948 save percentage. And then I started talking about how they play, what they remind me of, just to get an idea of who they are. Because you gotta YouTube and Google these guys for people who don't know who they are. From the highlights that I've seen with Troy Grosnick, his style really reminds me of a mix of Nabokov and Alex Stalock. And Matt Villalta is pretty much almost the same deal here. He's watching him. He's got like the same style as Jack Campbell and Cal Pedersen, and I think LA Kings they're just looking for that kind of style goalie. There's gonna be no one else like Jonathan Quick, but like you got like Jack Campbell style, the Cal Pedersen style, where they're nice and tight. They'll pad stack. They'll kind of be not what's the word I'm looking for? Just very like non-traditional type of like goaltending that get the job done. So that's what I saw, and I love seeing it. I'm a big Nabokov, Stella, that kind of style goalie. I love watching it. So, with that said, what do we got for Quickie?
Quickie, 34 years old, 8 years. The 8th year of a 10-year contract, $5.8 million. We got. I don't even know who's going to be backing up this season. They got 3 guys that I've just never heard of. So.
I think Pettersson is going to be the backup. Pettersson's been with the Kings for the past 2 years or so now.
Okay.
Yep.
So you got Grosnick. He's 31, 1-year contract, $700,000, unrestricted end of this season. So it's not that guy, obviously, not making good money. Yeah. I mean, none of these guys are really making good money, and I think the Kings are ready to take these guys and develop them and save some money for the next few years while they're bottom of the barrel in the league.
Maybe.
Cal Peterson, 26, second year of a 3-year contract, $850,000, and Matt Villalta, 21, second year of a 3-year contract, $750,000.
Interesting. Matt, also to add to that, Matt has yet to play an NHL game. Last year he played for the Ontario Reign in the AHL, where he played 22 games with a 3.27 GAA before being sent down to the ECHL. Fort Wayne's Comets for the remainder of the season.
Damn.
Don't know if
Dusted.
Yeah, right? Being sent down kind of hurts.
Sent down twice, dude. From the A to the EC. We signed to the A, we're like, oh, no.
Oh, boy. There we go. Last on the list here is the San Jose Sharks. You got just Devin Dubnyk and Martin Jones. How are they looking?
Not good, obviously. Bottom of the barrel here, too. Devin Dubnyk, 34. Last year of a 6-year contract. $4.3 million, then he's unrestricted. And Martin Jones, 30 years old, third year of a 6-year contract, $5.75 million. So one thing that I want to say about all this is these guys out in Cali are getting paid. They're doing these lengthy, long contracts, and they're signing them when they're good.
Yep.
I don't think you're going to see a lot of this in the NHL anymore. I think it's very easy for teams to move on from goalies quickly. Like we're not going to sign another goalie to a 10-year contract like we did quick. Yeah. He's become so injury prone, I think, and his game has slouched because of that.
Yeah.
And then look at Gibson. His name kind of fell off. He did sign that 2 years ago, but I haven't really heard much about him. Dubnyk was really good on the Wild, so when they got him, I think they picked up his contract, right? I think Minnesota signed him to that and then traded that contract over to San Jose. And then Martin Jones, same thing. Like they're locking these guys up for far too long. I think a goalie contract should be 3 or 4 years at most.
And I'm shocked they didn't pick on that. It's killing me because as you were talking, I'm trying to remember the goalie. Who's the goalie that kept getting injured as a right-handed goalie for New York Islanders? There,
DiPietro?
DiPietro.
He's also still getting paid by them, I think, right?
He's still getting paid with that massive contract.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, no. I think his contract just ended like last year or something like that. But like he kept getting paid, and
he's been out of the league for a long time now.
Kept getting hurt, and I'm shocked. Teams haven't looked at that as like, yeah, I should probably not sign goalies for.
But I put him in the same thing as Gibson. He was a stud when he was at his prime, and that's what got him paid.
But these two goalies, I love Devin Dubnyk. He was great on the Minnesota Wild. But the team website, when I was looking up, especially Martin Jones, had nothing good to say about Martin Jones. He just like a rough last season.
I mean, the NHL Network covers him too, and there's nothing good to say. It was terrible last year. After they signed Carlson too, you know what I mean? They have the core, and it's just like they were on the cusp. They picked up the star player and just collapsed.
Right.
It's so weird.
This is off the website for San Jose Sharks. It says Martin Jones had a .896 save percentage last season, ranking him 43rd out of 45 in the rankings for the goalies that play 30 games or more. He had a .891 even strength save percentage that made him the worst in the league. And then to add to that, for Devin Dubnyk, last season Devin Dubnyk played 30 games with a 12-15-2 record with a GAA of 3.35 and a save percentage of .890. And I gotta say, what are the Sharks thinking with this move?
I mean, they picked up that contract. I think that they're going to re-sign Dubnyk to something that's far more reasonable. They'll probably offer him a 2-year, $2.5 million, see if he takes it, and then let him walk, I guess. And this is another one of those guys that I don't think he's a starter. I think he's a backup. No. He's a very good backup.
Martin Jones.
Halfway.
Are you talking about Devin Dubnyk?
I was talking about Dubnyk there because he's on the end. Jones is there for another 3 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
This is what I was going to talk about, too. I'm like, Martin Jones has been with the Sharks for a little bit now. So, are you going to see, I was going to say, you're going to see Devin Dubnyk just, like, come in and just take that starting spot and leave Martin Jones as the backup? But
well, he's been there already, right,
yeah.
Dubnyk? So
No. Martin Jones has been there.
Dubnyk hasn't played yet.
Devin Dubnyk hasn't played as a Shark yet.
Okay. Who was the other goalie in San Jose last year? I thought Dubnyk had played for them already.
No, Dubnyk did not play for them already. Dubnyk was playing for Minnesota Wild. So you had Martin Jones and Alex Stalock was the other Sharks that left. But it'll be interesting to see. Again, I don't have high hopes for either of them based on the performance that they had.
A lot of these teams in general don't have high hopes for out west. It's Vegas, it's Colorado, and I mean Dallas is there, and then Arizona's close, but everything else is just kind of there's a big drop off, don't you think, in these teams?
Yeah, for sure.
So the West Division is looks like someone's running away with it, you know.
Like anything, it's a wait and see.
This season, too, is a great test season for everything.
Yeah.
One thing that I think the NHL is testing is that new offsides rule.
Yeah, that's right. The new offsides rule.
So basically, the player's skate doesn't have to be in contact with the ice.
Nope.
So their leg can be fully extended off the ice, and as long as it's over that blue line, when the puck crosses fully over, they're onside. So they're not touching the ice.
I was just talking to my girlfriend about this. I'm like, depending on the play and depending on, especially at this level, these guys are going to be practicing it. They're going to get really good at it.
They're going to time that stride.
They're going to time that stride, exactly. And you're going to see breakout plays be fast as shit.
Yeah.
And you're going to see, like, there's so many times where, like, you'll see some guys, like, stopping at the blue line because, like, their skate's not on the blue and some guys having a rough time. But if they time that stride right, man, you're going to start seeing these 3-on-1s, these 2-on-1s.
So another thing that I think about this is going to be very helpful for replay analysis, video reviews.
Yeah, easily.
But it's going to be very difficult for the linesmen and the refs that aren't at that right angle to see exactly where that skate lines up. So if they blow that whistle dead and the dude's onside because of the new rule, like, I don't know. But like I said, this season, 56 games, it's a good season to test things out, especially the new rule, the new divisions, and, you know, these goalies. Just test them out and let the new guys come in and see how they do.
Right. How do you think this would? How do you think the NHL would be if they got rid of the trapezoid? They went back to no trapezoid. What goalie would you
Why
think
did they
would
get rid of
flourish?
it? Why did they add it? I mean,
Brodeur.
Because he was just playing it like a
I
madman.
think it was Brodeur, or I honestly do think it's Brodeur. I'll have to double check, but I can almost guarantee it was Brodeur because Brodeur was a puck handling genius.
We missed too. The Russia USA game, right? Wasn't someone giving the Sean Avery to the?
Yeah,
that's the Russian goalie was giving it to one of the USA players, blocking his view with his glove.
What's his name?
Askarov.
He was just a fun fucking goalie to watch.
Yeah.
It happened multiple times where like one of the Russians would come back to the back of the net, and the first time I saw it was like literally just a few minutes into the first.
Yeah,
and
I saw that clip too.
I can't remember who the player was for the Team USA, but he was doing his thing where just kind of how players do, like pressuring the goalie, pressuring him, and he must have been talking to him, like talking shit, and like
they probably don't speak the same language.
But probably in Russision talking shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like it was kind of funny to see how like he was getting in his face, like he was trying to see the puck, and like he was getting like his
putting the glove there,
in his face, just
restricting the view.
So it's just so fun to watch him play, and it's even better to know how good of a goalie he is. But I can't wait to watch more of him.
But going back to the Brodeur trapezoid, the reason we brought it up is because the IAHF World Juniors doesn't have. There's a trapezoid behind the net, for those of you who don't know. The NHL goalies can't play the puck in the corners of the rink. And in the IAHF, the goalies can go anywhere they want to play the puck. And we're seeing it a lot in the play.
We're seeing it a lot. And we're seeing goalies who aren't used to it, aren't used to playing the puck,
having
to learn. And like again, as I just talked about Spencer Knight, he's having to learn on the go, and it's not looking good because you saw him coming over to the boards on the side boards trying to play the puck out, and which cost him the goal and cost him the spot.
Gave it right to him. But wait, why did they add the trapezoid? Like, what did Brodeur do? He was just dusting everyone.
He was able to just come out and do whatever the hell he wants, and like the passing that he had, like the power he had with getting the puck out. I think keep talking. I'll look it up. It's I literally think. Sorry, I literally think it is called the Brodeur rule. Whoops.
I bet the Sean Avery rule is going to pop up when you do this.
Yeah.
Perhaps the two most skilled puck handlers. All right. The rule singled out goalies like Martin Brodeur and Marty Turco, who are perhaps the two most skilled puck handlers. The rule was even dubbed the Martin Brodeur rule because of the goalie who it affected the most. At the time, nobody was really sure if the rule would actually create more offense or not. Oh, so that the goalie's already home. If the puck gets dumped in, the goalie can't go to those corners and beat the incoming players to that puck. So now they're letting the offensive attackers get that puck, and they can fire a pass out front. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, they called it the It might be different.
Yeah,
now,
they got the Brodeur rule and the Sean Avery rule. That's funny.
That's all good. That's how amazing Brodeur was.
Yeah, he sure was, man.
I was actually just thinking about him.
His son's in the league too.
Jeremy Brodeur.
Yeah, I think so.
Excellent. So we're actually all done with what we want to talk about. We got a few
nice
games
and short.
This is nice and short, but we could just. We're only 50 minutes into this, so we can keep talking. So we had the Sweden versus Czech Republic today. Sweden won 7-1. The Czech goalie was Nick Malik.
Yeah, the final one that we went over that already. I already talked about all that.
Oh, we already talked about this.
The final one that Canada won, Canada-Germany, was 16-2. Ridiculous. And then U.S. and Austria
insane.
starting up in about 20 minutes. Yeah, so me and Matt were talking. I think we're getting Chinese food tonight, too.
Ooh,
I love Chinese food. It's like one of my favorites to eat, but Mary Kate's super allergic to like shellfish and stuff, so I never get to eat it.
One of our friends on Discord, we've been playing games on PC. One of our friends were just like, yeah, I want to get Chinese tonight for Christmas Eve, and I'm like,
worst night of the year to do it.
Worst night of the year to do it.
2-hour wait, you're getting it, it's cold. Just no, bad idea.
Just no.
What's your favorite thing to get at a Chinese restaurant? Chinese food. What do you get? Like, what do you get? What's your favorite one thing?
It depends on like how they do it, but I guess there's a few things. It depends on how they do it, like the chicken fingers, the chicken wings.
Trash.
And crab rangoons.
Crab rangoons. That's the answer.
Everything. Yeah. If the crab rangoon's good, the rest of the place is good. Yeah. Sure. Cathay Pacific up there in Quincy, I like their chicken wings. I'm trying to find like good chicken wings, and like it's just
they're not, dude. They're terrible.
Greasy.
They're gross.
It's like disgusting.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't order that.
But now you got me in the mood for
we're gonna do that
for Chinese food tonight.
We're gonna rip that shot.
We're gonna rip that shot.
Let me grab that.
Are we really calling this an early night, man? We could keep talking. It's like 53 minutes long.
No, I'm done.
You done?
That's all we got.
Wow, he's calling it quits already. That's insane.
We ran over on like 3 different episodes.
Yeah, you're right. You are right.
Let's give the viewers a little break this week.
Little break. So an easy podcast for everyone. Holiday season. You all are probably still drinking, so you don't want to hear more of us.
And I mean, in reality, they got all that hockey to watch on the World Juniors.
Right,
so.
World Juniors is on. What the fuck are you doing watching us? Well, after you watch that, then watch us.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
You get in-depth analysis. You don't know who wins because we didn't cover that.
We didn't cover that at all. Yeah, not at all. So it's just you. It's just us.
This is a Captain Morgan Loco Nut. It's gonna taste like Malibu.
It's gonna taste fucking terrible. Oh,
why do you smell everything? You're so bad with shots.
So cheers,
drink it,
everyone. Merry Christmas. Oh.
It's like a thicker Malibu.
That was no bueno. Actually, that was good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's like the hit was like bad, and then like after that, I was like, oh, okay, I got this.
You're getting better. You're learning how to drink liquor.
Well, you gave me the first fucking night we did this.
No, you picked the Smirnoff root beer.
No. That wasn't the root beer. The first night that you gave, it was the moonshine that you keep giving me shit about. And of course, I'm fucking having a rough time because of the moonshine.
Are you on Snapchat?
Not really. Why?
I gotta get something. I gotta show you something. I'll be right back. You gotta entertain people for a minute.
You got something for Snapchat for us?
No, I sent you a Snapchat. You must never have opened it.
No, I never opened it.
All right, I got something for you. Hold on.
All right, got something for everyone.
Entertain people. Yeah, they'll like this. We'll watch.
Okay, go ahead.
You want me to help you come up with something to talk about?
Nope, you good. You're good.
Okay.
Skedaddle. You got this.
I'm gonna pee too.
All right. Here we go again. It's just me. I hope you guys are watching the World Juniors. If not, I hope you're getting the information from us. I'm really trying to get this thing going. I do want to apologize for the both of us for the last episode, not the last episode, but the episode before. I don't know if you guys can tell, but we do some drinky poos on the podcast here, just to get us warmed up and to get us like talkative and everything. But I think I had a little too much Jameson, a lot of F-bombs, and I think I heard a lot of people commenting and talking to Chris about, hey, man, like, gonna really calm it down with that. I know we said a few today, but, like, as a podcast, especially two goalie podcasts, like, two guys drinking, I feel like it's allowed to skip through. The last episode, we did a lot of beeps, just a few beeps just to put it in there, but we do apologize for anyone watching that. We did go a little too far. We did go a little too far with the F-bombs there, so we're going to just calm it down for everyone. So we appreciate everyone watching. I'm really trying to get this thing going on Instagram. I think the biggest problem with me is that I deleted social media like a while ago, and the fact that I'm doing this, I'm realizing more and more is like, oh God, I shouldn't have deleted my Facebook. I never had a Twitter. I've only been using Instagram. So the Post to Post podcast Instagram is that's all me. I've been posting on there. Here comes the man now. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing and supporting us.
Yeah, do it more.
Do it more. You know, if you wanna. Oh no. Oh, you have.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh,
I shouldn't have put it on the table.
We just did a shot.
Yeah. This is for us to split, to drink.
Yes.
So this is pure urine. This is my pee that I've been saving.
Yep.
No, this is apple moonshine. I think we talked about it on the show.
We talked about this on the show like last episode, 2 episodes ago. After that, his wife, now a wife. No, I used to work with her. There's a guy that she sees that she worked with that makes her his own moonshine.
Yeah, she used to be at a different store. Now she's at this other store. So the customer that was giving it to her every year for Christmas isn't at the store. So the other day, she brings this home, and I'm like, no way, me and Matt were just talking about this. It's like apple pie moonshine. It's delicious.
It is
homemade.
Amazing. It's moonshine. So a little backstory of why we know it's incredible is a few years ago. Oops, sorry. I had it been like 2 or 3 years ago.
On Christmas, yeah, Christmas Eve.
On Christmas Eve, they had a party at their old place. And so we're all hanging out. We're all hammered. And Mary-Kate was talking to us about this moonshine, but I think she said not to touch it, but we're too drunk, so we like went downstairs to the kitchen.
So I showed you the size of this before he goes on. She gets like, when the customer would bring it, it was like this big, like a gallon of it. We got 2 of these, and she said I can have one because the other one she wants to keep for herself. So me and Matt are going to split this tonight.
We're going to split that tonight. That's going to be incredible. That tastes like absolutely nothing, by the way.
It's so good.
We're hammered, and they had like the big jar, like what he was saying, and so we grabbed like a thing like this and poured it like at least halfway, and
It's like apple cider.
It doesn't taste like it tastes like apple cider, like apple juice, and I crushed the entire thing like just in one gulp and didn't feel anything. And I think we went back upstairs, and 10 minutes later, we're all just like
legless,
hammered.
Oh,
just
Kyle!
legless.
Oh, I'm gonna put it up. Kyle sent a wicked funny photo of me. I was all dressed up. I think it's the same night. I'm like zonked out on the bed with my arm like this, and there's just Uno cards all over me.
Yeah,
It's the same night, right?
I did that to you. We're all hammered.
I
You
gotta
were
ask him to
passed
send it to
out,
me.
and I grabbed. There's a bunch of Uno cards, and
I
was
don't
like,
remember it. I got the picture the next day, though.
I know.
So
I know
funny.
you don't remember it because you were knocked out. I don't know how the fuck I was still alive.
I'm so happy I remembered that we had this.
Oh,
That's awesome.
This is gonna be a great night,
Yeah.
everyone. This is gonna be my Merry Christmas. I'm happy now.
There we go.
There we go. So, with that all said, I guess we apologize if it's a short podcast, but
Nah,
it's
about the same.
it's just
length.
what it is, and we'll have something for you guys next week with the World Juniors. We're gonna also talk about the Northern Division with all the Canadian teams.
We're not talking World Juniors next week for the 3rd time. Next week we're doing the North Division, and we'll find some other stuff.
You want to find some other stuff?
Yeah, we can't talk. We can't talk about it. We'll record Saturday, and it'll be all be over by the time we release on Tuesday. So we're not talking it.
Okay, maybe
Nix
something
that.
quick.
No, nothing.
Nothing quick.
No, because we won't know who's won because it'll be Saturday,
Right.
and by the time we release, everyone will know who's won.
Okay.
You know, I don't know. It's just bad timing.
It's just
We can talk about it the following week, is what I think.
okay. Yeah, we'll do that.
Mhm.
All right, we'll discuss that. But everyone listening, watching, I keep forgetting. We got to put this on like Spotify and like some
Yep,
other
this is the
places.
week. I think we're going to start diving in and figuring out Spotify and Apple Music and getting our podcast out there.
We gotta find something because like again, I do appreciate everyone on YouTube watching us. A lot of the podcasts that I do watch / listen to is all on YouTube. So hearing that a lot of people go on Spotify.
I don't listen to any podcasts on YouTube. It's all Spotify.
So
for
when
me.
you said that, I was like, oh, that's weird because all the podcasts I like again, that's all on YouTube. So we gotta spread out more and go on Spotify.
Mhm.
What was the other one that
Apple Music.
Apple Music. So we got to get this audio and put it on there and get people going. But appreciate everyone listening / watching us. You guys have been great. Keep the followers, subscriptions going. If you know anyone that wants to listen to two drunk goalies
Tell
just
everyone.
talk shit,
Tell everyone about us.
Tell everyone. Like everyone. Like if you're at church and it's just like really quiet.
You
nudge
know the
guy
peace
next
be
to
with you?
Yeah.
Don't say that. Say
Don't
post
say
to
that.
post.
Post podcast.
Post
There
to
you
post
go.
podcast.
Subscribe. Like and subscribe. Post. When you go to the priest for the Eucharist or whatever, and it says Amen. Don't say Amen. Just do post podcast. It's like and subscribe. Yeah, that's what you do. And just take it and just run.
Yep.
Other than that, again, thank you guys. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
Happy New Year. Let's get us
Happy New
out of
Year.
2020.
Let's get us the hell out of 2020. Let's get back into the NHL. Let's get us out of the masks and get back to like normal routine. I still say once everything's back to normal, like NHL is back up, this podcast is like we're gonna be talking for like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
for sure.
Shit, what's going on? But thank you guys again for like the fucking 5th time. But yeah, we got some moonshine, a kill, and some Chinese food. So
Can't wait.
have a good day, have a good night, guys. Whatever you listen to, peace out.
Rangoons for everyone.